Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're jumping into the world of site reliability engineering, or SRE. And we're going to go way beyond just the technical stuff. We're going to explore the mindset, the culture, and really why SRE is all about having a conversation. Probably one of the most important conversations you can have about your tech and your teams. I just love this quote. It perfectly sums up what SRE is really about. It's not some checklist you just power through and you're done. Nope, it's a journey. And yeah, that road can get a little winding, but the clarity you get, those breathtaking dashboard views, they make it all totally worth it. So, what are we actually talking about here? SRE isn't just a fancy new name for your ops team. Not at all. It's a deep shift in how you think. It's a cultural practice, and it's all built on having this constant, data-driven conversation about what it means to be reliable. To really get SRE, you have to start with the problem it was designed to solve. Just think about it for a second. You've got one team, right? Their job is to ship awesome new features as fast as humanly possible. Then you've got another team, and their job is to keep everything stable and running, which usually means, slowing down all that change. SRE was born right in the middle of that classic tug of war. So, at its heart, SRE is all about taking the principles of software engineering, things like automation and deep data analysis, and aiming them squarely at those traditional operations problems. But here's the key. The goal isn't just about making the systems healthy. The real goal is sustainability, not just for the tech, but for the people building it. It's about finally ending that cycle of burnout. Okay, so how do you actually do SRE? It's not just a nice idea, I promise. There's a real, tangible playbook you can use to get started. It's a set of practices that actually build on each other, step by step, to create a super strong foundation for reliability. And it all starts right here. I mean, everything. Before you can have any kind of productive talk about reliability, everybody in the room has to agree on what's actually happening. Monitoring and observability, that's what gives you that shared source of truth. It moves the conversation away from, I feel like the system is slow today, to, okay, the data shows our latency has jumped by 15%. Let's figure out why. This hierarchy is great because it shows you exactly where to focus your energy first. You see, a solid foundation of monitoring is what lets you build a really effective incident response. Then, what you learn from those incidents, that tells you how to make your testing better. See how each level builds directly on the one right before it? But here's the thing, just having the playbook, it's not quite enough. You can follow all the steps perfectly, but if you don't have the underlying mindset, you're just going to hit a wall. The real game changer with SRE is the shift in perspective. So what does that even look like? Well, it's about systems thinking, zooming out to see the whole Rube Goldberg machine, not just the one little piece you work on. It's about being relentlessly curious. A traditional admin might see a crash service, restart it, and call it a day. An SRE asks, okay, but why did it crash? Was it a memory leak? A bad config push? What can we build so a human never has to do this again? It's treating failure as a gift, a chance to learn, and always focusing your precious time on the work that's going to make the biggest difference. All right, let's put that mindset to the test with a quick question. Imagine you get an alert. 14 of your 100 servers are down. Is this a crisis? Do you wake everybody up at 3 a.m.? What do you do? The SRE answer is, it depends. A crisis isn't just a scary-looking number. It's a deviation from the norm that actually hurts your users. Think about it. If on a normal day you usually have 15 servers in a failed state with no user impact, well then 14 isn't a crisis. It's a good day. Without data, without context, you're just reacting to drama. And that leads us perfectly to the next level. How do you take this individual way of thinking and scale it up to your whole team, your whole culture? Well, you do it by building the right habits. You literally design a system where doing the reliable thing becomes the easy default path for everyone. And for that, we can borrow an absolutely fantastic framework from James Clear's book, Atomic Habits. He basically says that any habit you have, good or bad, is controlled by these 4 simple laws. And you can use them to intentionally engineer your environment to make good habits easy and bad habits hard. So here's how we apply that directly to SRE culture. You make it obvious with dashboards that anyone can understand and alerts that actually tell you what to do. You make it attractive with blameless reviews where people are celebrated for the lessons we learned from failure. You make it easy by automating all that repetitive, soul-crushing work. and you make it satisfying by showing everyone how their reliability work directly helped the business. It's brilliant, right? Now, it is so important to remember that no team starts out as some perfect SRE organization on day one. It's an evolution. It's a journey with really common stages, and knowing where you are on that path is the key to figuring out how to get to the next step. Most teams start out right here, as pure firefighters, just reacting to every single problem. As things get a little better, there's this huge temptation to become gatekeepers, controlling every single change. The real goal, though, is to evolve past that, to become advocates for reliability, and then finally, true partners who are in the room helping design reliable systems from the very beginning. But oh man, there's a huge trap in that second stage. Getting stuck as a permanent gatekeeper is probably the most common way SRE initiatives fail. It just creates this us versus them culture, it slows everybody down, and it absolutely does not scale as your company grows. Look, the goal is not to be a human checkpoint. The goal is to automate the checks so everyone can move fast and safe at the same time. And this is so important to remember. SRE isn't some ancient book of rules you just implement and then you're done. It is a living, breathing field, and it's constantly being shaped by this amazing global community of people who are out there sharing what's working and what's definitely not. And there are just so many ways to plug into this global conversation. You can read the original books from Google, you can go to a conference like SRECon, or you could just start a little learning hour with your team to watch some talks and chat about them. All the knowledge is out there, just waiting for you. So we'll leave you with this thought. Every alert, every latency spike, every single new release, it's all part of a story that your systems are constantly trying to tell you. The real takeaway here is that SRE gives you the mindset, the tools, and the culture to stop just hearing a bunch of noise and start actually being part of a meaningful conversation about reliability.